This week, we are getting together to talk about some of our favorite things from the holiday season and some of our not so favorite things. Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse. Warning.
Red alert.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger!
That's the emergency alert. This episode is full of spoilers for some of the latest and greatest nerdy movies and shows.
Spoilers.
Listener discretion is advised. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse podcast. I'm Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Oxner.
And today, this very festive Christmas week, we're popping in for a few minutes to talk to you guys about some of the things we love and maybe don't love so much this time of year. Specifically, the stuff we like to watch, either by ourselves or with our family and friends. But before we do any of that, Taylor, what are you nerding out about this week?
This week, I've been nerding out about the premiere of What If.
Oh, yeah.
And the premiere of What If this week was a mecha episode, very kaiju oriented.
For you listeners, we're on the road today, and we just got passed by some sirens.
It was a big kaiju episode, and it showed a new version of the Avengers, which I thought was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Definitely check that out. We'll be talking more about that as it goes along.
Yeah, since the 22nd, they're releasing an episode a day for, I believe, 9 days. And as of us recording, only 2 are out right now. But so far, it's been extremely awesome. You guys are going to want to check it out. I'm nerding out about that brand new James Gunn Superman trailer that came out last week. Dude, you know me. That character is my favorite superhero since I was a little kid. And my gosh, so many things gave me goosebumps or tears in my eyes. It was so awesome. I've watched it at least 20 times.
Yeah, it was incredible. Way more stuff was in it than I thought was going to be in it.
Yeah, for a teaser.
For a teaser, especially since the teaser was 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's just huge amount of time for a teaser. Since I don't know if it's he says it's a teaser, if that's just the words using, or if it's truly we're going to get a 4 to 5 minute long trailer, which I hope we don't. I hope they don't ruin anything, but we'll see.
Yeah, I like holding on to surprises. As much as we talk about, I want to know this, truly it's nice getting those surprises when you're actually watching the full movie. Yeah, the thing was amazing. All the little bit of characters we got to see, that looked awesome. Mr. Terrific looked terrific. Hawkgirl looked cool. People keep acting like Guy Gardner looked like an idiot, but that's what Guy Gardner looks like.
Yeah, he looks like an idiot.
There's a modern version of him, but this version was very accurate, even to the point where one of his early 80s artists made a post with a photo of Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, and it said, yep, that's exactly how I would have drew him. We saw Metamorpho, who looked really cool. We just saw a close-up on his face, but I thought he was awesome. And of course, Crypto, man. When he was in the snow, really hurt, trying to whistle, and then he finally whistles, and Crypto shows up, and he puts the cape in his mouth and says, take me home. That's what got me. That was so cool. Oh, and the scene where something's exploding, and he runs behind that little girl and shields her from getting hit by all the debris.
That was cool.
That part made me have tears in my eyes, man. Oh, and the rock sort of tribute to the John Williams theme from the 70s.
Yep.
James Gunn knows how to make a comic book movie.
For sure.
And all the naysayers out there, they've got to cut it out, man. I'm so excited for this movie. We got to wait 7 more months till July, but I'm going to be there, front row, squeeing.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Well, hey, it's the Christmas season here. I thought we could talk about maybe some must-watches and I'm kind of tired of those watches. And I'll start. My favorite must-watch every Christmas, and you can call me a little kid if you want, but it's the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I love it so much. It's probably my favorite version of the Christmas Carol. I really like the one with Patrick Stewart.
I like Scrooge.
Yeah, Scrooge is really good too. That's one of my things in the queue every year. But yeah, the Muppet Christmas Carol cracks me up. The Rizzo and Gonzo characters narrating the thing, and Michael Caine, as one of the only humans in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I love every time I see that meme of if you could recast the whole movie with Muppets and keep one human, what would it be? That's a hard one to think about, but if they can do it as well as they did Muppet Christmas Carol, I'd be down for any of them.
For sure.
What's one of your must-watches every year?
My must-watches every year for Christmas is Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah.
My wife and I watch it every year. I actually quote it throughout here quite a bit.
Where's the Tylenol?
Yeah. That's like one that I will watch every year for sure. I watch Iron Man 3 every year.
Oh, yeah.
Which some people don't consider a Christmas movie. I do.
Oh, me too.
Die Hard.
Of course. And now Die Hard's a funny one. People like to argue about Die Hard, but a couple of years ago, the literal creator of the movie did an interview, and in his interview, he said, in his opinion, the man who created this movie, it's absolutely a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So, if you need to message me, I'll send you some receipts. Yeah, Batman Returns, that's one I like to watch every season.
Batman Returns. I don't watch that one a lot because the penguin gives me the ick.
Yeah.
In that movie.
I can see that.
And so, like, I don't, it makes me I'm always a little bit about it.
I get that. Man, let's see. I really enjoy some of those old stop-motion animated ones.
Yeah, we're watching those with my kid for the first time this year. He's watched Frosty, which isn't one of the stop-motion ones, but it's made by Rankin Bass.
Yeah.
Well. And then we watched Rudolph.
Nice. I like the Rudolph one, of course, and I really like... Is it Santa Claus is Coming to Town? Is that the one when he's really young? Or is Santa Claus is Coming to Town with the He Miser, Snow Miser?
Can't remember which one's which.
I can't think of the titles of both of those, but those two I love. Especially the one when he's young and you got the Burgermeister or whatever he's called. And he starts growing that big red beard, and then eventually at the end of the movie he's old, so it's a big white beard.
Which is the one with the baby deer?
Is that Rudolph's Shiny New Year? Is that the sequel to the Rudolph one?
Yeah, I don't remember.
That's one we usually watch each year too. My kids love those. I enjoy, it's kind of not maybe someone's initial go-to when they think of Christmas movies, but I love Rise of the Guardians, the one with Chris Pine as Jack Frost. And then you got Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Sandman and the Tooth Fairy, and then the villain is the Boogeyman, aka Pitch Black. That is one of my favorites. I watch it every year. I'm trying to think of ones that maybe I'm kind of getting a little bored of or tired of. What are some of those for you?
Oh, I could not see It's a Wonderful Life ever again.
Yeah.
For the rest of my life.
Right?
My parents, for some reason, love that movie. I find it abysmal. The majority of the movie is so sad. It's kind of depressing and bad stuff just keeps happening. So it's one of those things where I have a hard time watching it. But I have the same feeling when I watch a movie with Ben Stiller in it, where he's something bad happens to him, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
It's kind of like, as much as I loved Family Matters back in the day, anytime Urkel messed something up, it just, you're cringing me, bro. Yeah.
There's a couple episodes of The Office where I feel that way too.
Yeah.
I'm just oh gosh, be a little less stupid.
I'm trying to think of ones that I'm okay with not necessarily turning on each year. Miracle on 34th Street, is that another one for you?
That doesn't do anything for me anymore.
Man, I'm having a hard time thinking of ones that I could live without because I only watch them once a year. For a while, and it's come back to me. I was getting a little elfed out, I felt like every class, every Christmas party, every family gathering, it was elf, elf, elf. And it's a fantastic movie. But at a certain point, I was kind of elfed out. Sorry, if you're listening, Buddy the Elf. But it's back. It's back in my plethora of, I want to watch this again. I haven't watched it 50 times this year. I'm ready to watch it again.
Yeah, there was a year or so every Christmas thing I went to, somebody was watching that. And I was kind of I've seen it now. I could get that way with A Christmas Story, but I'm back to it again. I haven't seen the sequel to it or whatever.
The Christmas Story. It wasn't bad, actually. Now, somewhere about 5 or 6 years ago, they made a sequel just called Christmas Story 2. That was not good.
Yeah.
But the Christmas Story with most of the original cast and was on HBO, that one's pretty good. Are there any episodes of shows you think of when you think of Christmas?
Oh man, the dreaded Christmas episodes. I don't like the Christmas episode because they generally interrupt the storyline of the show.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of the Chrismica episodes of The OC.
Oh, nice.
I think those are actually really good Christmas episodes. They're a lot of fun, not too much. There's still stuff that happens that affects the storylines going forward. It doesn't interrupt anything to have a good holiday episode,
Yeah.
Which I like. I've always liked the Star Trek Christmas stuff, as long as it's not the ones where they go back in time, Christmas Carol.
Right.
That I don't like, but
I always enjoy the Office Christmas episodes.
yeah, because they're always so crazy.
Oh, and then of course the Doctor Who Christmas special, which we do have a new one coming on Christmas Day on Disney Plus. I'm very excited about.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And let's see, one of my all-time favorite Christmas episodes of a show is the episode of Smallville. I believe it's in season 5, and it's called Lexmas. And it's kind of like a Christmas Carol-ish. Lex goes in a coma, and he has visions of what his life would have been like if he was good, kind-hearted and good.
From Smallville, right?
It was in Smallville, yeah. I think about that episode every year.
That's a good episode. It's some old one.
Yep. The Simpsons usually has a pretty funny episode. Someone told me to watch this year's episode, and it's on Disney Plus, and I haven't had a chance yet.
Yeah, they do have like a special, on Disney Plus, they have one of the slides that shows you all the stuff that's out. It's like actually on one of those slides.
Oh, we spoke about What If. I recently went back and watched last year's Christmas episode where Happy gets turned into his version of that freakish Hulk character. That was fun to watch.
And you get a Funko of that today, right?
And I got a Funko of that today. I'm pretty excited about that. If anyone's listening, I really, really want a Funko of Infinity Captain Carter from the last season of What If. She looks so freaking cool. Speaking of, Christmas and all that, the older I get, it's just kind of the same old stuff. My family recently watched Red One, and I thought that was a fun movie. If you're a fan of The Rock-type movies with, The Rock, and it has Chris Evans in it, and he's pretty funny. There's a lot of funny jokes. I love when, The Rock is kind of like the head elf of security for Santa Claus, and Santa's kidnapped, so he's got to go save Santa, and he recruits Chris Evans, who's this hacker dude who can do all kinds of stuff with technology. He tracks down who kidnaps Santa. Anyway, The Rock's got this gun thing that can make toys turn real, so he shoots this Ferrari or whatever kind of car it is, and it turns real, and Chris Evans looks at the shop owner, he's like, "You got a Wonder Woman action figure?"
I'll check it out.
But yeah, those are good. I'm thinking of food. When it's Christmas every year, I gotta have a pot roast. Like, Thanksgiving's turkey or ham, but Christmas, I gotta have a pot roast.
I'm a big eggnog guy.
Oh, Emily loves eggnog.
I love eggnog. I like seeing it with different things.
Are you a chocolate and mint mixed person?
It can be.
Yeah, so is Emily. And I don't love minty chocolate stuff, but I love chocolate and I love mint. So there's a lot of candy canes and a lot of hot chocolate. I just don't mix them. Oh, Christmas morning, I always make a big thing of homemade biscuits and gravy, and Emily makes her grandma's recipe of chocolate gravy, which maybe it's a southern thing. If you've never had it, it's amazing.
I've never had it.
Oh, well, I have to have you over to have some chocolate gravy one night. But yeah, it's Christmas. It's also funny the older we get. It's super fun to get stuff, but man, I love watching the kids open stuff. It's even more fun than getting stuff. Giving friends and family stuff makes for a fun day. This year my family's doing a silly but still mostly appropriate shirt exchange, and we're doing that tonight, so I'm excited to see what I get.
Yeah.
You guys have any crazy, goofy traditions you do?
We do it swap every year.
Nice. But yeah, it's Christmas, you guys, and we just wanted to pop in to say Merry Christmas. Thanks for listening. Again, this is episode 201, which still is blowing my mind, and we're 7 away from our 5th year of doing this. And if my math is right, we will be back for New Year's before New Year's, so I'll wish you a Happy New Year then. But for this week, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy anything you celebrate this week. Try to get some rest and have fun with your friends and family, and yeah, we hope it's awesome for you guys. So, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. As for us here at the Taylorverse, I've been Billy Taylor.
You're Taylor Oxter.
And come back next week, guys. Same Taylor time, same Taylor channel.
Bye.
Bye.